Episode 2. Episode 2. I had to show. From now on, y'all, I'm gonna get dressed every one of these reviews because I'm the streetwear assassin. So low key, I have to let y'all know what's up every week. I come and do these reviews because I always just come and just be looking like whatever, right? So I decided, you know what? You gotta start coming and hold on. You gotta come and start showing them why you call yourself the streetwear assassin, because the way you dress is an embodiment of streetwear. So we made it to episode 2, y'all, and Caroline, you probably should have been listening to what everybody was saying throughout this whole episode. That's all I'm gonna say. Caroline, you just wasn't paying attention. Let's get it, y'all. Let's go. I'm excited about doing this review because you know what? I'm just excited. Let's get it. What review talking about? Let me tell y'all who I like, because I want y'all to know who I forgot to tell y'all last episode who my tops is. So far, I'm a fan of Paige. You want to know why? Paige hardworking. I could tell from just off rip. Paige is hardworking. So I also have a strong like for Justin because the way he has the ability to repurpose his clothes and like make stuff out of old stuff that people throw away. I thought that was pretty dope. So, Paige, Justin, who else? Maybe I go with one more person. Paige, Justin, and so far, them two are my favorite. I used to like Murph, but I don't know what happened with Murph. So those was my 3 favorites in the beginning, to be totally honest. So yeah, those are my tops. Everybody's on Kai, so I'm like, I like your arrogance, but not arrogance. I like your confidence, but that shit's starting to get annoying after a while. So I'm like, Kai for me is, it's, I don't know. All right, this is the hype, y'all. This is season 1, episode 2, and from jump, we see when the designers walk in, they see it's a new rack there, right? So everybody's questioning, like, who closes this? What's up with this? What's going on? And everybody's just trying to get the gist of whose new rack is this, because it's nobody. Because again, we just came up off a double elimination. We really wasn't expecting that off the first episode. I really wasn't, to tell you the truth. So I guess everybody's kind of like, well, what's this new rack? Speedy walks in. No. So while everybody's kind of just deliberating, talking about whose new rack and how the clothes look dope and all this other stuff, Kai comes and said, why y'all so worried? Because Kai already feels like he's the best designer in there, so off top, he's not worried about nobody else coming in. I love Kai's confidence. Kai's confidence is spectacular. That's all I would call it. So we got introduced. So Speedy walks in. Speedy walks in and lets him know that this is streetwear. You always know that there's somebody always up, ready to take your spot. And then we got introduced to RA.LA. RA.LA is from New York. His line is, his brand is called Against Medical Advice. He's a nurse or something in the medical field, to where I appreciated his little clothes. Just the jacket. I really didn't like the pants, but the jacket, dope. Dope. So we got introduced to a new designer, RA.LA. And this episode is the West Coast Classics, baby. Y'all already. Matter of fact, I even put a jacket on in representation of today's episode, which is the West Coast Classic, which is basically they had to come up with a jacket. Yes, a jacket. Let me tell y'all something real quick. I have a personal, strong love connection with jackets. What I mean, I'm the type of nigga that will put 3 jackets on and go on about my day. Like, straight up, like, maybe because I'm skinny and sometimes I'm not as confident as I am now, or when I was younger, I wasn't as confident as I kind of am now with having my arms out, so I always felt comfortable having, like, a jacket, long sleeves, like that type of thing, right? So for me, I was here for this episode because I'm like, oh yes, this is the West Coast Classic Challenge with the jacket. Basically, let me see how your jacket's gonna come out. And when I tell you some jackets was nice. It was some nice jackets up in there, y'all. I will tell y'all that. That's what I'm gonna say. It was some real dope jackets up in there. So, all right, let's get it. Let's go. Let's see what we find out that basically they will be their own models. Nobody is safe from elimination, which means RA.LA, you just got here, but you can leave as soon as you got here because you never know with these judges. These judges look like they about it. These judges is about it. Matter of fact, and low key, I appreciate each one of these judges. They're not just people that's trying to come. Like, I appreciate Offset included because y'all think that because Offset is just a rapper, he doesn't have no. Oh no. So let me just give what I will say is I'm gonna give praise to the fact that they gave us 3 good judges. Speedy is even a good host. Everybody that they brought in to kind of like, so far, I've only watched 3 episodes, but let me tell you, everybody that I've seen so far, I've been happy to hear what they've had to say. Like, it's not just somebody coming in like, oh, let me just try to get some type of like exposure because I know this show gonna kind of be viral or something like that. Like, you feel me? So I appreciate it. Like, I appreciate it. I appreciate this challenge too. West Coast Classics, a fucking hero piece in streetwear. The motherfucking jacket. Y'all don't know how much I really like my jackets. Like, in my closet, jacket galore. Like, I'll find me a good jacket to put on and fuck a shirt. Jacket galore. But this challenge, they have 3 high factors that the co-signers are going to be looking for. Is the design undeniably fire? Is the design something they will buy for themselves or another person? And did you execute the vision to the fullest extent? Basically, this piece will be added to the collection of the lookbook, and the winner of the winning design will drop on StockX. And yeah, let's get it. Let's see what everybody come up with, and let's see what everybody can pull out. Now, either Justin was feeling a little bit pressured by Kai, or he feels Kai's undeniable confidence as well, because Kai ain't say nothing to him, and out of nowhere he says he has a disadvantage only to Kai that's from LA, when, if I'm not mistaken, there's like 2 designers from LA. So you're only threatened by Kai in a way. I don't know. I caught that and I was just like, okay. This is only day 2. I mean, you know, but okay. Then we get RA.LA kind of and Paige having a conversation about jackets, and we know RA.LA can make a jacket because he from New York. And jackets is normal for them. Detroit was with Paige, and Paige was like, yeah, I love a jacket. And we get to model them, so she's excited about that. Everybody's kind of like getting in that groove of things and what they gonna do. Then Justin says something like they're gonna hand him a plate. And I'm just sitting here like, how did they hand him the plate if y'all all got the same opportunity to do what it is? He just, from the first episode, did his thing. Which means y'all need to step it up now. So y'all can do y'all thing so we not just looking at Kai. Because Kai got some fire shit. Let's be honest. Kai and Kai's confidence also will carry him to another degree. He don't doubt himself. Even if he do make some shit that the design, I don't see Kai doubting himself. And I appreciate that every time I see him. Then we find out that Justin is a designer that uses like recycled clothes or like he's able to like patchwork. So for me, I'm sitting here like, Justin, you actually get to it too. Don't doubt yourself because you see this man is from New York and from LA, and he knows what's up, and you know what's up too. You from Chicago, y'all wear jackets too. It get cold out there. You gotta understand, y'all. Come on. Y'all can, I really wish I was a fashion designer, y'all. Oh my gosh, y'all don't know how hard I really wish I was a fashion designer. But I understand where I fell short and where I fall short. Like, I don't know. But you know, Justin, you dope, bro. So next we get Caroline, who told us basically with this challenge she's gonna do. She instantly got inspiration off YG and was basically told us she was in Still Brazy. Okay. And her line is like she does bandanas, right? So she decides, mind you, we're in LA. She decides she wants to make a big bandana jacket, right? Which we've seen, of course we've seen it, right? For this competition, mind you. So before she even got into her thing, she gave us her little background. She's actually from Kentucky. So let me just get into it real quick. She's actually from Kentucky, and basically along the way of her making her jacket, people kind of was coming up to her telling her like, ooh, you better be careful about them colors. And she was just like, I know what I'm doing. This is what I've decided to do. I'm gonna roll with it, and I'm sticking to it. My guns, right? Because in a way, it was kind of like everybody was kind of giving her like, I don't know if you should do that color, knowing that we in LA. So at first, I was with you, Caroline. I was sitting there like, you know what? They trying to change her mind on doing something, and I don't like that. Like, if she want to do that, bro, let her do that. If she decides she wants to, this is the statement she wants to make, I think she should be allowed to do the statement she wants to make, right? Okay. So, it turned out to bite her in the ass, and actually, I'm glad we had who we had as the guest person to watch everybody jacket come out. Get to that in a second, but we're going around the workroom. Everybody's kind of giving their breakdowns of what they're gonna be doing, what they're inspired by, and what they want to basically tell within their stuff. But Kai gave us a good breakdown on, the importance of the bandana, right? I'm over here about to talk like him, right? It's fucked up. And it's crazy because even this, so when everybody was kind of getting on her head, and she actually has a bandana line, right? She goes and says she's doing research to try to make sure she knows what she's talking about. To what again came around and bit her in the ass, because it's like, did you just lie? As if they probably couldn't see this. Okay. Caroline, I was low-key rooting for you, but let me tell you where you lost me. When they was trying to explain it to you, and instead of you taking it, you started to backpedal and tell a different story. Like, oh, I picked these colors because I like these colors. Huh? That's not the whole story you gave us in the beginning. Okay, so Caroline, I thought she was actually going to turn to this challenge. And Blue came over and Speedy kind of was in the workroom, and Blue kind of came and was like, and asked like, what you know about the red bandana? He was like, if you gonna live by that red bandana, you better be ready to die by that red bandana. Which I understood because out here in LA, they don't play about their colors. You'd be surprised. That's why it's funny because let me show y'all. Any of those hats, I have like maybe 2 red ones. My mom hates when I wear a red hat. Just because she don't like, even this is burgundy. This is red, and I have a red LA hat. I just got my red LA hat. But I say that to say the colors is very serious. So then Blue kind of gave like, if you throw some type of creativity into it to make it something different, it can give off a different sign, right? To which I think she decided, because she said she was going to paint, right? But she painted like baby blue in the paisley. Because I felt like maybe she heard him talk, and when she heard him talk, she was like, okay, well, maybe it is giving off too much. Let me try to tone it down by giving it a little bit of color, right? Okay. So I'm just like, I mean, I understand, but in the same time, this is a competition, but at the same time, this is streetwear too. This isn't just high fashion and you just trying to, this is a statement piece, and I just want, no, this streetwear. This is how we showing up on the streets. And like they asked you, you from Kentucky, so you probably don't get it. It's crazy how you tried to say you thought of LA because you've lived here, but you really from Kentucky. So like the way that you were raised and born is different from how, I mean, the way you was raised is different from what you experienced, if that makes sense. Like you was raised in Kentucky, you lived in LA. Like you, as a grown up, you was in LA. As a kid growing up, you was in Kentucky. So you don't understand the severity of what they was all trying to basically break down to you, right? Right. Okay. So, and then she tried to basically, because Paige even came over, and because everybody was trying to like give their 2 cents on what it was that they felt because of this color. Like you did pick a big ass red colored paisley, and everybody know about that paisley red in LA. So everybody kind of was familiar about what she was doing. So then Paige like kind of made a good reference, like, okay, so that's like when Southern people wear the Confederate flag and do it under the guise of, oh, but then you kind of know the history of the Confederate flag. So it's kind of like, yeah, I do know the history, but fuck the history. I'm just wearing this because I want to wear it, right? Okay, that's where I'm getting at. Where I'm saying, grew up in Kentucky and lived in LA. Difference, total difference. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of things that put in her mouth by saying she studied this, she knows this, and all this other type of stuff, right? Because from what we saw, you researched it. You didn't know this stuff. You didn't study this stuff. This is something you decided to do. You just wanted to, like, because you thought it was like gonna get you what you wanted to be. I don't know what you did. Like, you kind of mess this up from my perspective. Alan, here we go with Alan again. Alan wanted to do a patchwork jacket, right? So he started doing his thing, and I don't know. I feel like Alan kind of like gets in his head too much, and he kind of feels like he's, I don't know, cause I don't know. I just feel like low key Alan. I don't know. Alan, Jack. I don't know. I know you good at something, but maybe it's pressure from everybody being there. I don't know. Alan did what he was doing what he did. Then we got introduced to Camilla. Yeah, Camilla's from LA, and her people came from she basically gave her background on where she's from and how she came up and what she do, and So this jacket is a jean jacket that's basically represent her culture. And yeah, that was Camilla. And then after we get Camilla, Speedy comes in with Aleali May, who designed for basically Kali Uchis, Wiz Khalifa, Kendrick Lamar. She's the first woman to create a unisex Air Jordan. And she's basically gonna give a run through for everybody, talk to everybody about what everybody's doing and what they feeling, right? Right. Oh yeah, by the way, this jacket that Blue started to create. See, I was kind of rooting for Blue too, cause I felt like he was from Atlanta, so he was gonna be able to relate to what the hell that. Oh yes, Blue, you showed your true colors next episode, but let me tell you, we're gonna stay on this episode. This episode, you did your thing. You did your thing. I was kind of proud of you, cause I was like, I wasn't expecting it. So shout out to Blue, shout out to Atlanta, and yeah, our guest judge that we have to come and check it out was my boy, by the one and only, my big brother, Wiz Khalifa. Now, when I tell y'all, I appreciate Wiz Khalifa. I appreciate Wiz Khalifa. Because Wiz Khalifa is going to be Wiz Khalifa all the time. No matter if it's cameras, no matter if it's people around, no matter. Wiz Khalifa is Wiz Khalifa. And I appreciate somebody that's always them, no matter what. Authentically them. So I was kind of excited because I'm like, oh yeah, Wiz is going to know. Wiz is going to know what to say. Wiz is going to know what to give everybody at the judges panel and everything. And you want to know what's crazy? I think they changed up the runway again, y'all. So for this week, since it was centered around the West Coast, basically jackets was what they had to design, and they was going to be in cars, right? So this runway was, they all pulled up in different type of like old school cars, right? And then they got out, they were the models for themselves. They got out the car and modeled their jackets. And yeah, let's get to these damn jackets. Shit. I'm over here just talking about in the workroom. They ain't got in the workroom drama like I need for them to be talking about in the workroom. Let's get to the jacket. But it's so crazy. Even in the run through, Aleali May was kind of asking Caroline, you better have a blue one for that red one too. Because, so if the judges is even, the people that's there, like, to have an influence on what it is that they see, is telling you something is up, you should probably change what's up. So, I don't know, but it's at this point, it's too late. Now you gotta go with it, because you only got a couple of hours left. You want to know what the nail in the coffin was? And I knew the nail in the coffin was because I watched this with several people, right? And everybody that watched this episode and watched her do this, they already knew what it was. She said she was waiting for her thing to dry. This is when she did that research and then took a nap. She took a nap in the middle of the competition. She took a nap, y'all. Alan made a joke like, she took a nap? I didn't even notice because I was working. Like, she took a nap. I'm sitting here just like, send her home, bro. Don't even waste our time. Anybody that even got a worse jacket than her, just send her home, because for you to take a nap on our time, when you probably could have been doing. Took a nap. She took a nap. So from this moment on, I was like, oh, no. You can always be doing something to make that jacket a little bit more. That Justin made, it's not my type of jacket, but this is a fly jacket. Like, low key, maybe because for me it looked like it has a, but you know what's crazy? I like those kind of jackets that probably look like there's a lot going on in the jacket. So I don't know, maybe I would fuck with this type of jacket if I seen it. Like, I low-key went to Justin's page just to see his type of designs, because I appreciate everything that I've seen so far via Justin. Even the jackets that he gives us in in workrooms. I'm like, Justin be fly. So for me, I fools with Justin. Yeah, Justin Min's singer. Yeah, Justin Min singer. Go check out his shit and tell him I sent you. He probably won't know I sent you who I am, but I peep you, bruh. I peep you. You ain't you gonna have a job because you hard work. He go again, letting us know that he's very intimidated by Kai, and then tries to preference it under, oh, he's most relevant with the LA culture. Okay, but you can get to it too. You can get to it too, Kai. I mean, Justin, you can get to it too. Stop letting us you're intimidated or anything by this man. Just sit there and say he's another designer that you sees great designs. Because when he sees you, he sees no competition in that whole workroom. Just letting you know how Kai feels. But that's all I'm saying. Let's get to these clothes now. Oh, let's get to these jackets. That's what I'm here for. I came here for the jackets. So I said Wiz Khalifa is first up. I mean, Wiz Khalifa is the guest to check on these jackets as well. And first up we have Kai with a it's a cool jacket. He put his little logo on the back with skulls and palm trees, which actually made it pretty cool. He put Los Angeles on the side. It looks kind of, yeah, it's giving biker jacket, so it's giving. So he did his thing with making the biker. Kai did a good job. Like, Kai knows what he's doing. Next up we have RA.LA. Yeah, RA.LA. This is the first time the judges actually get to see RA.LA because, again, RA.LA was brought in this episode, and he brings his little jacket, and I'm kind of like with Offset in this situation. Like, I didn't like that color. That color, that jacket made it kind of look off. And even Offset really wasn't feeling the skull in the back because he was kind of like, it's kind of, or maybe I was with, somebody was not feeling the skull because they referenced, well, Kai had a skull. And he was like, yeah, but he had palm trees around it. And they don't really know that his whole design aesthetic is around the medical field. So I think they kind of missed what he was trying to do. Either way, it really wasn't hidden either. So I understand what they were saying. I didn't like the color scheme of it all. I love that little zipper thing, and it's kind of like a backpack. That was dope. That was real dope. I will say that. Next up, we have Caroline. So Caroline come, and you can already tell everybody sitting there just like, you know, what's your inspiration? And she's like, my inspiration is YG. To which Offset said, well, if your inspiration is YG, he wouldn't have put that blue in there. To where she decided to tell us that, oh no, it was just because I liked it, the color schemes. Like, I thought this would go two and two together, right? And the whole time I'm just sitting here like, you're really trying. And even Wiz Khalifa, he and then even when she said she was from Kentucky, Wiz kind of just like sat back and was done. Nah, it's kind of like appropriation. When she left, Wiz gave an in-depth reasoning why to what she did kind of didn't hit, which kind of made sense. It was because, like, when you wear streetwear clothes, it's kind of like, if I see this on Melrose walking down, somebody's going to be either offended, somebody might say something, like a whole bunch of things that can happen. We're not trying to offend people with our fashion statements that we wear. We're kind of just trying to, and that's kind of offensive when another side, like, people die over that color. So for me, it was kind of like Wiz was breaking down to where it was kind of like insensitive in a way, like kind of like I don't want to say cultural appropriation, but it's kind of, what did he say? He said like insensitive. I think like the word's kind of like insensitive, and I understood because I'm just sitting here like the whole time like, no, Like, now, at first I was getting it, but then it was like everything that you did after was kind of like, nah, you don't know what you're doing, and you just kind of just sitting here trying to go off of the loins of, I just want to do YG, 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 the red bandana, boom, red bandana. I mean, next up we have Blue, and when I tell you Blue was robbed from this win, because this jacket, low key, as I looked at this jacket, I said, oh, this jacket is dope. It's like one of a kind. Like, because he individually knows these characters that he said is on his jacket that he created himself. So it's not like you can get this remade. So I thought it was really dope. Blue's jacket was actually hard. His concept was actually pretty dope. And I was feeling it. Next up, we have Camilla. Camilla came out with a nice jean jacket with Latino gang in the back, on the back, representing her culture, which I thought was pretty fire and pretty dope. Yeah, like, it was a standard jacket with some graphics on the back, if you ask me, but that was pretty cool. Alan, what happened to the patchwork jacket that you was gonna make for us, that you had in that confessional look? Because this jacket is like a plain jacket, and like Wiz said, the white stitching in it make it look cheap. Soon as he said that, I'm like, that's what it is. Because at first I'm like, something about this little jacket, it's cool, but yeah, it's the white stitching. I'm not feeling that white stitching, and I love white stitching, especially some black, but nah, nope, not feeling it. Next up, we have Paige. Paige gave us a good, I want to say a crop top jacket. Yeah, it's like a female style with the upside down flag, and on the back of her jacket she said, give black creatives their flowers. Basically, nice little 3D flower in the back. Like, Paige gets down, and mind you, she sews all this by herself. I'm proud of Paige. I like Paige. I know I like Paige. Next up, we have Justin. And Justin, like I said, this jacket was intense, but it was actually dope. Even with seeing the paisley, he had black paisley. So he even said, like, this is how you use the paisley and don't offend nobody. Don't have nobody kind of angry at nobody. Because it's like, yeah, when you wear that red paisley, it's kind of offensive. But this black paisley is like, it's just paisley. Justin jacket was dope. Patchwork. It kind of gave that big overcoat feel. And he kind of like had like a little shirt jacket on the inside as well. It was cool. I appreciated Justin's. And that was it. Who y'all thought was good? Who y'all thought was the best? Because low-key, I felt like Blue should have got that win. Straight up, I felt like Blue should have got that win. But if Blue didn't get that win, Justin was next to get it. Justin was very much so next to get it. So that's the runway, y'all. What y'all think? What y'all felt? Like I said, I don't really like how they be doing the runways, but you know what? It's cool. I guess I just got to get used to something different, huh? Our bottom three. I don't even know if they do a bottom three. Who was our bottom three? Alan, Alan and Caroline. Yeah, Alan and Caroline, low key. And low key, I felt like Alan would have went home, right? But they asked Caroline something. When they pulled Caroline up there, and Caroline gave her answer to why she did that color. First of all, she changed her whole answer to basically say, I picked these colors because I like these colors. That's not what you told us from the jump. So everything that you're telling us, it seems like you're reversing it and making it seem like you wanted to fit your narrative, right? So off her and then when they even asked her, did you research that, like, to tell us that? She said, no, this is information I've been had. For the second time, I'm sitting here just like, why are you lying? Because I'm just sitting here like, if I was them, I would send you home too. Even though your jacket probably was better than Alan's. Just off of the simple fact that you didn't understand what the challenge was calling for. You missed the mark. So they sent Caroline ass home. Bye, Caroline. Sorry. The bandana didn't. If you would have been listening the whole episode, everybody was trying to tell you this ain't gonna go over well for streetwear. It's not. It's just not. Sorry, it's not. It's not. It didn't. Justin was the winner for this week's challenge, though. Justin was the winner, rightfully so. Because if Justin didn't get it, Blue deserved it. And yeah, like, I'm excited. This was a good little challenge. I appreciate everybody's little jacket, their creativity, and everything that they brought to it. So with that being said, this has been season 1, episode 2, The Hype. Let's get it. Let me know what y'all think. If I missed anything, y'all tell me what I missed. Like, subscribe to my channel, and go watch some other stuff. I got a lot now. I'm here. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Hit that link tree